It is like an endless seashore. There is no sea beach with endless crashing waves, no affinity of oysters with the frothy water rising from the deep sea. It is not the sea, but the frozen, magical corpse of a dead sea, each of whose water droplets is hidden in the folds of a frozen barrier of crystalline salt. As the cursed glassy crystal that dries day by day leaves a stain in the salty sadness of crying, and this ocean is like another living reflection of that sad nature. Here there is no bustle of life, no oceanic horizon, no free roaming of smiling, fickle fishermen. This sea is completely unable to meet any needs of life. Here people cannot drown even if they want to. Saline water floats everything effortlessly. There is no need to swim or any separate effort, just lie down in the water with your arms and legs straight. If you want, you can read a newspaper in a comfortable position with both hands raised. Today's topic is the discussion about this strange ocean in detail. Dead Sea. The name is such that we are curious as soon as we hear it. Why is it called Dead Sea? So why the delay? Let's know some surprising facts about this Dead Sea. There are many folk tales, fables, stories, jokes, religious beliefs surrounding the Dead Sea in Jordan. They are not our main livelihood. Humans never drown in its waters and no animal or plant survives. There are so many secrets hidden in this Dead Sea. Why is it named the Dead Sea? What is the secret behind it? Let's explore and analyze some amazing facts about this mysterious Dead Sea. A literal consideration with the nomenclature is quite surprising. The sea that is dead is like the manifold, hard to understand. Surprisingly, it is not actually an ocean. Basically, the Dead Sea is a saltwater lake. It is 50 kilometers long and 15 kilometers wide. The Dead Sea, a unique wonder of nature, is located in Jordan. Most of the eastern region is surrounded by Jordan. To its west are Israel and Palestine. By West Bank we basically mean this area. About 3 million years ago, the present-day Jordan River, the Dead Sea, and the Wadi Arba region were repeatedly flooded by Red Sea water. This creates a narrow bay. The Gulf was connected to the Red Sea by a narrow junction in the Jezreel Valley. According to the natural theory, about 2 million years ago, the land area between the valley and the Mediterranean Sea gained considerable elevation. As a result, the gulf created in this area by the inundation of the ocean became a lake. Since it was separated from the ocean by the rise of the Earth's inner plate about 2 million years ago, its main source of water supply was the Jordan River, moreover the Yarmouth River. But in the 1960s, Israel changed the course of their Jordan River. Later, Jordan also changed their Yarmouth River's course, and the supply of water to the Dead Sea was completely stopped. Thus, when the course of a river is artificially altered, it essentially becomes a confined water body. Rainfall becomes the only source of water in this lake. The annual rainfall in the Dead Sea is less than 50 milliliters. Its climate is dry throughout the year due to low rainfall and hot weather. Due to constant evaporation or evapotranspiration, the water level gradually decreases. The flowing time leaves scars on the steep cliffs scattered around as evidence of the decreasing depth. The depth of the seabed below the surface or water surface also decreases with time. It is said that the Dead Sea is dying. As its water content is constantly decreasing, the concentration of salt is increasing. Its depth is 1,004 feet or 306 meters. Even if the depth of this Dead Sea is measured in comparison with other oceans of the world, its depth is not to be thrown away. Its seabed is 1,401 feet or 427 meters above sea level, which is the lowest seabed or lowest land in the world. This hypersaline lake is one of the saltiest lakes in the world. Many people think that the Dead Sea is the saltiest lake in the world. Not at all. While the salinity of Don Juan Lake in Antarctica is 44%, the salinity of Wanda Lake in Antarctica is 35%, the salinity of Garabo-Gaskell in Caspian Sea is 35% and the salinity of Assal Lake in Djibouti is 34.8%. The salt content of Dead Sea water is 33.7%. But it can be said with certainty that the salinity of this Dead Sea is much higher than other seas. Normally, it is about 9.6 times higher than the other oceans. It is gradually increasing. So this Dead Sea is also called the Salt Sea. Its density is 1.24 kilograms per liter. Salt contains 50% magnesium chloride, 30% sodium chloride, 14% calcium chloride and 4% potassium chloride, which increases the water's buoyancy. Floatage or buoyancy is the state of fluidity that determines whether an object will sink, float, or remain stationary when submerged. Its salt water solution is so saturated that a person or an animal can easily float in this seawater. No separate exercise or extra effort is required to swim. There is no life in the Dead Sea. High salinity is the main reason. The presence of excess salt has made the seawater unfit for life. The lake is named the Dead Sea mainly because of the absence of animals. The salinity decreases when the amount of water increases during the monsoon. Then this ocean becomes habitable for some bacteria. Some species of fungi are also born at the same time. Just as the Dead Sea is unfit for animal life, it is also true that the Dead Sea is currently one of the centers of medicine and healthcare. Pollen and allergy-producing products present in very small amount here. Being a low-lying area, the effect of the sun's ultraviolet rays is less. In addition, high atmospheric pressure, the abundant presence of various types of minerals play an important role in curing diseases on this seacoast. Due to its low surface area, the oxygen level here is 10% higher than other places on Earth, which is very effective for maintaining good health. The minerals and salts here are widely used in the manufacture of perfumes and cosmetics. Dead Sea bitter salt is very effective in curing various skin diseases, as it plays an important role in removing psoriasis, cellulite, acne, rashes and dandruff. This salt also helps in reducing body pain and stress. As a result, the Dead Sea is currently considered one of the research areas of medicine. Queen Cleopatra, who was famous for her beauty, herself chose the Dead Sea as a place of beauty. As a result, cosmetic factories were built on the shores of the Dead Sea at that time. Many tourists come here to enjoy its beauty as well as to sunbathe on the beach in the clean weather here. Many people wrap their bodies in salted clay and allow the body to be exposed to the hot rays of the sun. This clay has a special role in curing diseases. It keeps skin fresh and vibrant. Throughout the year, the lake is full of various species of birds. The Arabian babbler bird is one of them. Around 618 acres of land around the Dead Sea area have a cluster of palm trees. The majority of the local people depend on agriculture. About 50% of the income comes from agriculture. The rest comes from tourism and mineral resources. The important feature of this lake is that it is one of the reservoirs of pitch production. The Dead Sea produces large amounts of pitch, which was once used to make mummies in Egypt. The Greeks gave it the name Lake of Asphaltites or Lake of Pitch for its unusual pitch-producing ability. The lake is a primary source of potassium, which is used as a muriate of potash fertilizer in agriculture worldwide. Various companies from Jordan and Israel are setting up factories everywhere to extract potassium and pitch. They do it as they can, where they can. There is no plan, no infrastructure construction policy. Residential buildings built for tourists are also being developed in the same way. Here and there, anywhere. As a result, the area is heading towards serious environmental disaster day by day. Random mining for extracting precious minerals and inappropriate waste disposal systems are worrying environmentalists as well as common people, causing concern in the locality. The Dead Sea is a prehistoric lake. Its history dates back to 2 to 3.7 million years ago. Therefore, as it is mentioned in various scriptures, the Dead Sea is mentioned in Aristotle's various works. Many years ago, the Dead Sea was known as the Stinky Sea. The Great Rift Valley is well known around the world as the longest valley. Its length is about 4,000 miles and it passes over 20 countries. The Dead Sea is another wonder in the midst of this wonderful Great Rift Valley. Maybe nature itself is a wonder. And so this lake, called the Dead Sea, is the deepest place in the Great Rift Valley. Thanks for watching.